If you've seen any of my videos or some of them, you know that I like to mention the point that you are attracting things all the time. And so I want to bring a different perspective to that for you. And of course, hi, I am Urban Magic Hopkins, and I make mindful mechanic videos that focus on life work balance. And so, what I'm going to do is share a story to help get you into this and this idea that you're attracting things all the time. So, I have a friend that works in sales, and he was wanting a promotion for a very long time. He worked at this job for about 5 years, and 3 out of those 5 years, he aimed for promotions, but they never ever came. He put an application, the manager would say, "Oh, we're gonna get you next time," or they would tell him, "You take on more work, it comes with the promotion down the line." Well, after 3 years of going through the cycle, the jobs weren't coming. And then so he took a moment to reflect on what he did want. Now, what he did want. So he did the work of seeing what he wanted in his head, which was a promotion. And then he saw the steps that lined up to that. Now, this isn't a video about the steps that line you up to get you what you want. That's another video. This is about the correspondence. So, back to his story. Uh, about 3 months ago, he was at a work event and he ran into a lady that worked at the same company as him, and they had a conversation. She told him that she was hiring for someone to work in sales for her division, and that was a perfect opportunity. So he sold himself, all the things that was in his head. He imagined this moment happening where he was able to sell himself. And since he was prepared, that's exactly what he did. To make a long story short, this person did hire him, and the caveat was that his manager at his current location would have to approve of it. Okay, cool. So he was so happy about it, and he finally manifested what he really wanted, which was a promotion after 3 years. We thought the story was over, but it wasn't. So going back to that story, that happened on the weekend. So that next week on a Tuesday, his boss came to him and was actually upset. In her mind, he should have came to her and asked. He should have came to her to give him the heads up about this transfer. And it just blew his mind. He thought it would be a moment where she would be happy for him, but she wasn't. So after that meeting, he goes back out into the floor where he works, and a coworker was kind of, in his mind or his perspective, disrespectful. He said something like, "Oh, I heard you just went behind the boss's back to get a promotion. Why didn't you tell her?" When we had a conversation about it, he was just stunned and perplexed that he manifested what he wanted, but he also manifested a bunch of things that he did not want. And so this is real important for the law of correspondence. And the law of correspondence means that things correspond all the time. He saw what he wanted in his head and he worked till he got it in his hands. But things happen subsequently of it, meaning when you put out something, multiple things come back to you. Not just the one thing that you want. That's the actual compensation, meaning the one thing that you do want. So back to his story, he networked and got a job. So he put out one thing for a job, but he was getting all this negative feedback, all this negative feedback. And so the idea is that whenever you put out one thing, multiple things come back. That is the law of correspondence. And to help us really get further deep into it, let's actually read the definition. It's short and sweet and good to eat of the law of correspondence. All right. So the law of correspondence is the same laws of physical explain energy, light, and vibrations. Principles of the etheric or etheric, however you want to say it, which is that as above, so below principle. But since this is work, let's change that framing from as within, so without. All right. So, meaning we know that this principle works with corresponding, meaning there are things that correspond with one thing. You do one thing, it's attached to many other things. And so that means what's inside has the possibility to come outside. So as within, so without. And we see this in evidence. When I walk around the office space and I see someone with a junky desk, I know that they have a junky mind because as within, so without, and it reflects. Everything starts with our thoughts. And so we have the opportunity to act them out. Also, negative thoughts. I have a friend that's extremely negative, and since her thoughts are negative, her experiences are also negative. So, because of this one negative mindset, multiple negative things are coming to her. She's attracting multiple things. And so you know that when you do one thing, there's a correspondence of multiple things. So this person that wanted that job promotion, he networked, he worked so hard, and he got what he wanted, but also he got multiple things that he did not want as well. And so with that, it comes with awareness because you can learn from that, meaning all things that come to you are actually a gift. It's actually a gift. It was a gift to him, and this is what he had to realize. It was a gift to him that all those negative experiences happened when he went for the job. Well, he ended up getting it. The manager ended up approving it, and he moved over to a different location, making a lot more money. But how it's a gift is because it comes with lessons learned. See, that's not going to be the last time he's going to be promoted. So the next time that he goes about it, he could get closer to that law of compensation, which is the one specific thing out of the infinite amount of things that happen to you that you actually do want. So the next time he's going to network or go for a promotion or go to another job, he will have the opportunity to have less negative correspondence coming to him because he has that lessons learned and he could apply it. Meaning he could probably just have a conversation with his manager or not. I don't see what's wrong with it either way. Different places operate differently. The whole point is because of the law of correspondence, he knows now that when he puts something out, multiple things are coming back and it's an opportunity to learn, kind of like an ability. You can learn to get exactly what you do want and get less of the things that you don't want. And back to the person that has all these negative thoughts, multiple negative things coming. But when we have a good conversation and things are going well and this person's happy, then she starts getting results of positivism. Multiple positive things start to happen just by one reaction. So the correspondence is one thing affects multiple things. And so you're attracting things all the time. You being happy, it's going to make multiple people feel away. Some people will be happy for you, some people won't. You make a video, some people will like it, multiple people won't. That's just how that ebb and flow works. And so that, in short, is a law of correspondence. And it's the fourth law of 12, and each month I am reading different ones. So that is the one that I'm reading this month, and I found that very interesting. And so the laws of the universe can actually bring awareness of different ideas to help you live the life that you actually want. And the idea of correspondence is that when I do one thing, multiple things happen, good and bad. And so after that happens, you could have lessons learned to bring exactly what you do want closer to you in this principle. So, what does that mean for you? It means for you to know that when you want something, you just got to go for it. And you know that everything is connected and that one thing triggers multiple things. And so that's all I got for you today. And I hope you correspond with the thing that you do want and the things that you don't want. I hope you learn from it. So that way, when you go back and try again, those lessons learned will serve you so you can get closer to the law of compensation. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Be blessed, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.